Narrative family therapy is the subject of Chapter 16. Some of the learning objectives include looking at the development of narrative family therapy, some of the major theorists, premises, techniques, roles of the therapist, processes, and outcomes, and looking at some of the unique aspects of narrative family therapy. Narrative family therapy originated in Australia and New Zealand. It focused on helping families solve difficulties by depersonalizing them and rewriting family stories, and focused on externalizing problems so families can work together on them. Some of the major theorists include Michael White, David Epstein, Michael Durant, and Gerald Munk. Michael White was influenced by Brunner, Foucault, and Vygotsky, as well as by feminist theory. He also learned that narratives may be overshadowed by dominant problem-saturated stories. Influenced, as I said, by Foucault, believed that problems could be addressed when a culture's values and ideas could be questioned or challenged, and he established the Adelaide Narrative Therapy Center. Premises of the theory: it's a non-systemic approach to working with individuals and families based on liberation philosophy. It distinguishes between logico-scientific reasoning and narrative reasoning. People live their lives through their stories, and families are formed and transformed through stories. It emphasizes empowering client families to develop their unique and alternative stories, reauthoring their lives. Client families urge to externalize problems to solve them. Some of the treatment techniques: externalization of the problem. The process by which therapists seek to separate problems from people results in the following: decrease in unproductive conflict between persons, lessening of the sense of failure an unresolved problem places on a person, the increase of cooperation among family members to problem solve and engage in dialogue with each other, opening up of new possibilities for action, and freeing of persons to be more effective and less stressed in approaching problems. The influence effect of the problem on the person. The process of asking each family member to give a no-holds-barred account on how the problem has affected him or her. The influence effect of the person on the problem. Asking the family members how they have influenced a problem. Raising dilemmas. Helping families examine possible aspects of a problem before the need arises. Predicting setbacks. Planning for and anticipating potential setbacks in family therapy. Using questions such as exception questions and significance questions. Letters, celebrations, and certificates. Using question to challenge families to examine the nature of the difficulties they bring to therapy and what resources they have and can use to handle their problems. Exception questions are directed toward finding instances when a situation reported to be a problem was not true. Significance questions are questions utilized to search for and reveal the meanings of important exceptions. Letters are done after therapy sessions, serving as a medium for continuation of the dialogue between the therapist and family members as a reminder of therapy sessions, and then, as mentioned, the celebrations and certificates of things that are worth celebrating, minor things, even more major things in terms of positive events in the life of the family. Letters complete after therapy sessions have concluded. Just mentioned on the last slide that they're served as a medium for continuation. And then, as I mentioned, the celebrations and certificates, a unique and important part of narrative therapy. They're used to bring closure to therapy. They serve as tangible affirmation of the defeat of a problem, or, as I said, some of these either minor or major experiences in the life event, these kind of celebratory aspects. And also they mark the beginning of a new description of a family. The role of the therapist is as a collaborator who assumes the role of non-expert. It's centrifugal or decentered. Use relationship skills such as attending, paraphrasing, clarifying, summarizing, and checking as people go through their stories. Assisting families in separating themselves from old problem-saturated stories by constructing new stories or reauthoring their stories. And helping new stories emerge by looking for unique outcomes or storied experiences that do not fit the problem-saturated story. The process and outcome. Process consists of 3 phases: deconstructing the dominant cultural narrative, externalizing the problem, and reauthoring the story. Some of the unique aspects include emphasizing reauthoring by families of their stories. Individuals and families asked to look for exceptions to the difficult situation they are experiencing. Expectations of setbacks and the raising of dilemmas are built into narrative family therapy. Letters are sent to families about their progress, and celebrations are held when goals are achieved. So this is a very unique approach in that it's so collaborative and that people are able to author and reauthor their stories, and the way that stories are authored is something that's vital and important to family change and to families reorienting themselves in this new light of this new story and removing those problem-saturated contexts.